Welcome. Feeling so much better. If you didn't catch my live stream last night, wow, English already hard right now. So if you didn't catch my live stream last night, I told you I hurt my neck. So I'm getting that Papa Smurf millennial vibe where it's like I look at my bed and it's like, I got you tonight. I got you. I really did hurt my neck. It's messing me up. For those just joining us, hi, my name's Jess. I'm the tattooed traveler. I am a flight attendant. I'm all over the country, all over the time. All over the time. Wow. And apparently, I'm still hurting because my neck is still bothering me and I can't speak. So, today I want to talk about medications, the do's and don'ts of flight attendant. Now, let me preference this by saying, preface. I'm not giving advice. Hi, dogs. Come on in. Well, hi. Thanks for making an appearance. Do you mind? Hi, lovies. Okay. Sorry, distracted by the dogs. Welcome to my life. Hi, my name's Jess. I'm a tattooed traveler. I'm a flight attendant, and today I want to talk about flight attendant specific stuff regarding medications, alternative medications, and homeopathics. So it gets a little confusing at times with state laws going one way, federal laws going the other way, and then we're stuck in the middle. So, flight attendants, we are bound by the Department of Transportation, the DOT, and the FAA, and they're all at the federal level. So, currently, oh, excuse me, having a beverage and getting some good stuff into this. So last night I did a live stream, told you I hurt my neck. This morning went to the chiropractor and was suggested, not by the chiropractor, but was suggested some alternative medications. You know, some rubs, some lotions, some ointments, some things that could really help my neck. And I was also, my PCP, my primary care, was like, hey, we'll give you medicine. Now, here's the problem with me and medicine. Every single side effect that's listed on that bottle, no matter what it is, like it severely affects me. So if it's like, here's like a muscle relaxer, that's going to be like a heavy sedative. I'm going to be out and I can't take that when I'm working. Like, it's not going to work. And then if I take it on my layover, what happens if I sleep through my wake up alarm? It's a mess. And so there's other medications like prescription painkillers like codeine, Vicodin, all that stuff. I have the worst vomit like in the world whenever I'm taking that kind of medication. And I know many of you are like, we don't need to know this. And I'm like, well, it gets to the point. Again, this isn't advice for anybody. I'm not like, ooh, you need to do it this way. No, no, no. I'm just talking about my experiences and how I interpret the rules. Because I mean, I read them, I follow them, I know them. But in no way use this as like an official, well, this guy on YouTube said, and it's like, not saying that. So, if you're thinking about becoming a flight attendant or curious about flight attendant in our restrictive work rules, we follow federal standards. So the federal government says alternative medicines, a lot of them are still Schedule 1, cannot do it. Adults, you're like, why don't you just say the word? And I'm like, I'm not sure if I can say the word, and I really don't want to get this like striked already. Like, you can't say that type of thing. So I'm trying to make it kid friendly as possible. So when I say alternative medicines, like it's the ones that grow outside, you know? And it's like a booming business, and there's a medical side and a recreational side, and some states say it's great and other states are like, no, 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 it's the devil's lettuce. There you go. If you know that word, you know what I'm talking about. I digress. So as a flight attendant, I'm governed under the federal says it's Schedule 1, highly legal, can't do it, and I'm subject to random drug tests. Now drug testing is a huge thing because sometimes it's like once a year, sometimes it's every single week for a month. It depends. It's random. I sign that contract. They can drug test me whenever. So my neck hurts and I need relief, right? And that's the point is I'm in pain and I'm honestly not sure what I did. I think I literally just went to bed and slept on it wrong. And like that was it. That's all it took to set it off. And like my neck is special over here. All right. A couple car crashes, jumping out of aircraft, that whole thing. You get hit in the head once or twice, traumatic brain injuries. Like, hello, is anything up there? Apparently not, but it's all right. So if you're ever thinking about becoming a flight attendant or you want to, interested in it, please note it follows the federal standards. So you have to have a clean drug test, and it's the federal standard, which is, I think it's DO2 7 panel, like 10 panel, 12 panel, something like that. So you can just Google the drug testing panels on the DOT federal side. It's a lot like commercial truckers. Like it's very restrictive. You can't do a lot of stuff. And some of it's for good reason. Other times the reasons are so old and archaic. They're just like, yeah, it's that way because it's always been that way. So, um, so yeah, my PCP, my primary care was like, here, I can give you some pain medicines. I'm like, no, pain medicines make me super nauseous, vomiting, terrible. Can't have that. Like, well, what about some relaxers, muscle relaxers, some anti-inflammatories? I'm like, I mean, I've taken those before, but the problem is they always make me sick. And then it's like, okay, well, that's out. So then that's why primarily I love my chiropractor. Like, I love this dude. Like, if you don't have a good chiropractor in your life, get one. Like, oh, I would marry this chiropractor if I could. Like, I'm serious. He's that good. When you find somebody like, so you can't really tell in the video, but I'm 6 foot, 225 pounds. Like, I'm a big guy. And so, for some chiropractors, it's a very hard challenge because, like, I'm big, I'm awkward. Hello, I'm on YouTube. I'm bulky, but at the same time, like, I have a lot of sensitive nerve endings. So I'm like a big teddy bear where it's like, don't push me too hard. It makes me go, ee. Like, seriously, he's in my neck. So anyway, this chiropractor is amazing. He's in my neck. He's working it. He's getting everything flushed out. And the moment he touches, he's like, oh, this is inflamed. Oh, yeah, this isn't gonna work out. Here, can you? Oh no, you can't even move your neck that way. Okay, so he's doing his magic, right? Like literally, this guy is a genius. And if you didn't know, chiropractors are doctors here in the United States. Like they are full on went to medical school doctors. Um, so he's working on my neck, and he gets me adjusted. We do some light stretching, and he's like, "Here, I have some stuff," and I'm like, "Okay, I'll give it a try." Works pretty well, but then it's like, okay, it has CBD in it. Am I supposed to be putting that on my body? And is that going to test positive on a drug test? And a lot of you are like, no, it doesn't. But seriously, that's always like a lurking question is, can I have this? Am I going to get in trouble for that? If I get drug tested tomorrow, is that going to show up on a drug test? And there's always somebody in the chat who's like, I know a flight attendant who does X, Y, and Z. That's great. That's on them. That's a personal choice. And I'm like scooting away from that as far as I can. Oh my god. As I stretch, hang on. My neck. Like it's still. Ow! Did you hear that? Oh, that was so gross. Oh, movement. Oh, that was really gross. Um, so I was feeling also perky after my chiropractor, so I went to my hairstylist and I was like, "Can you just like freshen this up? Because I'm looking like haggard." And I've been flying a lot into Phoenix recently. 110 degrees in Phoenix. Like, how do y'all do it? Or you just don't. You just stay inside, right? Like, you're like, it's so hot, we just stay inside. And is that why depression's really high in Phoenix? Like, okay, so let me back this up. I read this report that said depression was really high in Arizona, particularly Phoenix, because it's so hot. Everyone just stays inside and they never go outside, so they never get vitamin D and they don't exercise. And so it's like people have a lot of depression in Phoenix, where it has the sun all the time, as opposed to the Pacific Northwest in the wintertime. Seasonal depression is huge here. Uh, in the wintertime, it is always gray and cold and just like cold and raining. That depression is a huge thing. So I can understand like the cold and the rain, but like the sunshine, just go outside in the morning sometime, when it's 85 instead of 110 Fahrenheit, because America. Hi. Anyway, let me get some of this and rework my thoughts because my brains are like, I have a hard time putting words and thoughts together and like making it cohesive to where it's understanding to you. I think that's part of the dyslexia. I'm just a thing. Just a thing. Bro, why is my brother calling me? I swear, this man. Oh my god. I will call you in a minute. Let me take a drink of this and think about some life. So, within the fledgling community, there are things that are absolutely okay to do. And it just baffles me why they're okay. Here's an example. You can consume alcohol while off duty. So if you're at your hotel, you're on your layover, or you're at home, you can consume alcohol. Now, I've seen people be raging alcoholics and just overboard and binge and consume and literally like look haggard because of the amount of alcohol they're consuming. Completely fine. as the United States in our culture, alcohol is huge. Like if you ever watch any of the sports, or especially like halftime with the NFL football team, beer commercials up the wazoo, like alcohol everywhere. It's like I think it was Ciroc one year. Absolute vodka is always on TV, so it's like we're consumed by alcohol, and alcohol is okay. So as a flight attendant, it baffles me why. As a flight attendant, if I'm off duty, I can consume as much alcohol as I want. I can get plastered drunk. That's okay. It's okay. I'm like, okay. Um, Not that I ever do, because it also alcohol severely affects me, and I just. Ugh. But you know what I'm saying, though, right? Like, why are some things like completely taboo, and the other things are like, yeah, do it. The other thing with that is prescription medication. So if my doctor writes me a prescription for a pain pill, I don't know, one made by Purdue that they just sell to everybody. If I have that prescription and I'm off duty, or at my hotel, whatever, I can take it. I can get high as a kite. And let me tell you, those pain medications, they get me so messed up, so high. Like, imagine me, like, trying to, like, focus, being high as a kite off a prescription pain pill, and then also projectile vomiting. And I'm out of focus. Like, it's gross. So it really upsets me, and it hurts me, and like nauseous, everything. Like, nothing ever functions. So, but you can do that. Like, I know plenty of coworkers that, at night they're taking Ambien, and then, to go to bed, oh, here's a little tramadol, here's a little Vicodin, here's a little codeine. And so they're literally abusing their prescription drugs, taking it, and then going to sleep. Or, if they're on a layover and they just partying it up. And you can do that. And in the United States, it's weird how that culture is accepted. Like prescription drugs, you're good to go. Take as much as you want. Alcohol, you're good to go. Take as much as you want. Alternative medicines, no. Like, don't you dare. Like, you will fired. Like, you can literally get fired for taking and testing positive on any of the drug tests. Now, if I get drug tested tomorrow and they're like, hey, you had a muscle relaxer in your system, I'm like, yeah, here's my prescription. Like, okay, you're good to go. But the thing is, if I don't have that prescription and I take it, like let's say, someone gave one to me and I just took it, that's a fireable offense. Like, don't even touch that. Like, you need a prescription for it, because obviously, why are you taking something we're not supposed to take it? That is a pretty recent development. Like, the FAA started really cracking down on that. I think it was it was before COVID. It was like 2 years before COVID. Ambien was going around like crazy. And if you don't know, Ambien has some severe side effects, like where you'll wake up and walk around and do things when you're asleep. And I've had plenty of coworkers that I hear them walking in the hotel outside my door, like giggling, talking, laughing. And I'm like, it's 3 a.m. Why are they out? So I just peep through the porthole, and they're in their nightgown or they're naked and they're just walking around. And I'm like, oh shit. So I throw my clothes on, go out, and I'm like trying to scoot them back in their room. And I'm like, no, go back in your room, go back in your room. Like, school kids, like, holy moly. And they don't remember it. And then they're mortified, embarrassed. And they're like, no, I didn't do that. And I'm like, yeah, you have a heart-shaped tattoo on your left inner thigh. And they're like, yep, I do. So you saw it. So it's true. I'm like, yeah, like, can you not? And that's a lot of the scary things about taking prescription sleep medicine, is a lot of that sleep medicine you don't remember. You have like the sleep amnesia. You don't remember what you did. You just remember like, hey, I went to bed. That's it. So I find it odd that some things are allowed, other things are not allowed. But my neck. So for my neck, I think right now the biggest things I can do is like ice pack it, heat pack it when I need to, like really stretch it out. And I'm hoping that I'll be good to fly tomorrow, because tomorrow it's like, you better be flight ready. And if you're not flight ready, you better call and explain why you're not flight ready. And that's a big old thing. Like your reliability and your performance, it's oof. You have to be 100% reliable. Like reliable. Like if I call and I'm like, hi, I can't come to work, and they're like, why not? Because I hurt my neck. File an on the job injury claim. Well, I don't think it's an on the job injury. I think I was at the hotel. And they're like, it's a mess. It's a mess. Don't touch it. Just leave it alone. Oh, my neck. So yeah, that was my rambling thoughts of, isn't it weird that some things are perfectly okay, other things are completely taboo. But in the flight attendant realm, you have to navigate between the two of, well, it's legal in this state and not legal in that state. But federally, it's all illegal. So it's like, does federal still supersede state? And like, I don't know. I guess the point I'm trying to make is I want everyone to be happy, healthy, and safe, like 100% safe. And you know your body more than anybody else. Like, that's you and your doctor are the only people who need to know anything about you. Everyone else can just shh, quiet. Um, so if you're ever on one of my aircraft and you need something, please let me know. Um, Also, if you took something, please let me know. I'm not going to judge. Literally, I'm going to bring you a can of Coke. I'm going to bring you, whatever beverage you want. I just, Coke's popular, so I give you Coke or ginger ale, some snacks, and then it's, there you go. I'll check on you every 15, 20 minutes and just make sure you're breathing, you're fine. But other than that, enjoy yourself. I'm not saying to do it. I'm just saying if you happen to do it. Nothing like being a little paranoid that the flight crew knows when we already know we're human. We see that all the time, especially leaving Vegas. We see you, people. We see you. I just did Orange County. All those Orange County wives with the little Altoid. Oh God, what are they called? The little tins of Altoids, but they pop it open. They're not Altoids in there. I'm like, I know what those pills are. I've seen what those are. I like, hello, we're human. I can Google that. What is this pill? What does it do? Oh, okay. Just be cognizant of who you are, what you're doing, what you can take, and have a good flight. Anyway, my name's Jess. I'm the Tattoo Traveler. This is my rambling today. Hopefully, I can get this fixed. I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.